Hey guys, it's Sean and I'm here today to talk to you about an amazing topic, controlling your thoughts. I've had a lot of people ask me the question, how do I control my thoughts? The secret really is not about controlling the thoughts. Thoughts come and go. You have so many thoughts coming and going through your mind every minute of every day, and it's impossible to control your thoughts. So understand this, you need to control the way you behave. You need to manage the way you behave towards the thoughts, because if you have thousands upon thousands of thoughts coming at you every single minute of every day, you're going to feel like it's a very difficult place to be in your own brain. You're going to feel very stressed, very anxious, even getting depressed. People really suffer when they cannot manage their thoughts. So basically, if you're in the business of managing your thoughts better, in the sense that you understand the way your thoughts affect your behavior, then you're unlocking the potential to change that behavior and change your reactions, okay? So there's 4 things you need to understand. A thought has an emotion attached to it. An emotion creates an action. An action then creates an event. And events can play out continuously if you don't address those first 3 things. If you're able to understand what is going on in your head, a thought pops up, and it could be a positive thought, right? You're excited about something. Let's say it's Christmas Eve. Imagine you were a child and you were so excited. It meant presents, watching movies, having dinner with your family, everybody being together. It meant a whole lot of things, right? So what would happen as a child is you would be so excited that you would probably be thinking about Christmas a month leading up to it. And in fact, on Christmas Eve, you would have a sleepless night because you were so excited. And it didn't matter how little sleep you had. That excitement would drive you to wake up early, wake up your parents, rush to the Christmas tree, and get ready to open up your presents because you are that excited. That excitement is driving you. The thought of Christmas creates a feeling or emotion of excitement, creates an action of full energy, no matter how tired or exhausted you should really be because you had a sleepless night, to an event which means Christmas fulfillment and enjoying the moment with your family, opening up your presents, Christmas dinner, and all that. That's if you celebrate Christmas, of course. If you were to flip that to something that was negative, something that really, really bothered you about, say, your partner's past, if you suffer from RJ, or if your partner's the right person for you, if you suffer from ROCD or relationship anxiety, these types of intrusive thoughts might have a different emotion behind them, right? The emotion might cause you to feel anxiety. The anxiety might drive you to sabotage the relationship, have an argument with your partner, be aloof, be distant, not be present. Or it could drive you to feel depressed, sad, angry, disdain, disgust, all these things. And it might lead to an action where you are lashing out at your partner, you're searching on social media, comparing yourself to your partner's exes or whoever it is. And that will create an event or a series of events where you'll constantly find yourself in that repetitive loop, searching on social media, arguing with your partner, or doubting the relationship and sabotaging the relationship and having silly arguments about silly things all the time. Notice what is driving you. The thought leads to an emotion, the emotion leads to an action, the action leads to an event. So what do you need to do? How do you unlock this? It's not about the thought. And it's a very difficult thing to grasp at the beginning, but it's not about the thought. It's really about the emotion. What is the emotion telling you? What is it teaching you? Is it making you feel anxious? Why is it making you feel anxious? There is a meaning behind it. I feel anxious because my partner's ex was tall and handsome. It does mean that you are potentially comparing yourself. And you might already know this, but it's probably leading you to the root of a self-esteem issue, a self-confidence issue. Self-esteem is how you feel inside. Self-confidence is how you portray yourself to the outside. So people might think you're very confident, but when you look in the mirror, you don't feel that way about yourself, right? If you understand the feelings and what is behind them, you can start to unlock what you are actually thinking and feeling, because it's not the thought, it's the feeling, which leads to an action, which leads to an event. Understand the feeling, change the actions and events, and you will be more in control of your life, right? The same mind that came up with the problem is the same mind that can overcome the problem. And it's very important to know that and believe that in yourself. It is possible to overcome anything that your mind has come up with. It's your mind, it's your thoughts, it's your negative feelings about something. They are yours, they're no one else's. And it's not anyone else's job to fix you or to force you to feel a certain way or to think a certain way. It's up to you to change the way you think and feel. Why would you do that? You would do it so you feel better more often. And it's not about feeling better all the time. You're not going to be joyful and happy and elated all the time. No, that's impossible. Let's be realistic. You are happy sometimes, and then you have low points sometimes. Where is your focus though? If you are focused on positive things more often, you'll be happier more often. If you're focused on the negative things more often, you'll have dips more often and you'll have lower feelings inside. Depression is dwelling on the past often, and anxiety is when you're dwelling on future events that you have no control of. You need to understand this and then really focus on being more present in your relationship. So remember this, I'm going to finish on this. The same mind that came up with the problem is the same mind that can overcome it. So there is hope. There is always hope for you. And believe in yourself. Your thoughts are thoughts, right? You have the control to manage the way you react to the thoughts. Once you understand the emotions, you've got to be in touch with the emotions. What are the emotions telling you? What are they teaching you? Where are they leading? If you write things down, you're actually unlocking a subconscious part of your brain. Understand what your thought processes are telling you and teaching you. And then you can actually analyze how you've been thinking, how you've been feeling, and how you want to think and feel, right? It's good to understand what you don't want. It's totally fine. But don't dwell on that anymore. And that's the problem. That's where a lot of people suffer when it comes to ROCD, relationship anxiety, RJ, or any form of pain or trauma. You have a choice to move on from that and live a life that you want to live. But it's no use dwelling on the past, dwelling on the things you don't want. Focus on the things you want. Focus on the things that you want to achieve. Focus on the things that you want to do. And then start to do them. Take action. If you take action, your events will change and your life will change. If you've got anything that you want us to talk about with you, please leave it in the comments and we'll be happy to help. Take care.